Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and I recently started berry farming on my Iron Man account, which has proven to be extremely difficult and much more complicated than I anticipated. I've berry farmed on many other accounts before for profits, and it's not really a big deal, but when you can't buy your own seeds, things get a lot more complicated. And when things are already complicated, and I'm only able to grow 2 berry patches or 7 berry patches a day and try to self-sustain in that, it's even worse when my little UI is clipping over itself. Look at this. My Pecha Berry UI is clipping over the water level on my Cherry Berry. You can barely tell which berry is planted in which patch. Would you guess that this is a Rost Berry or a Pecha Berry on this patch right here? That's right, it's actually a Pecha Berry, because the Pecha Berry over here is meant to symbolize that this is a Pecha Berry patch, and then this is a Rost, this is a Rost, this is a Rost, and this is a Rost, but they're all over the place. It's wonky. So Patrouski, surely we can't fix that. It's part of the game. How do we fix that? We can fix that, don't worry. Thanks to this very specific mod, which was posted recently on the forums, and this wouldn't be possible without it. So shout out to Poncho for making this. In case you're worried, every single mod that's on the PokeMMO forums under client customization is always checked by the staff to make sure it doesn't have any viruses and is totally safe to download. So it should be totally good. And it's called Better Water Levels, and it basically just does exactly that. It makes your berries so much more clear. Instead of this absolute mess, you end up with this super tight little speech bubble type situation down there in the bottom. So the bottom part is the mod, and the top part is the default UI where everything is clipping all over itself. Now, not everybody is going to have problems with the UI, to be fair. Like, if you play on a larger resolution, you actually might not even have this problem. Or if you play on NDS reduced FOV and just play zoomed in for some reason, that also kind of fixes the problem, at least on my current resolution. But even when you like step to the right, it starts a little awkward, but so it might not apply for everybody, okay? But for me, who likes playing on the 1280 by 720 resolution, especially for capturing footage, and likes to not play on reduced FOV unless I'm recording something, you know, this is a big problem. So we're just gonna install this mod the same way we would any mod, okay? You want to go ahead and get the fancy one, or you can get the numbers if you want. I'm gonna get the fancy one. I think the numbers might be better for a certain kind of person, honestly. There is this other, it's basically just a second option for the UI if you want this instead, if you want just pure numbers versus the little dots. I kind of respect this. I'm gonna go with little dots though. It adds a little bit of life into the game. This is a little too Excel spreadsheety for me, but I respect those for who it's for. You want to go ahead and click this link, and that's going to bring up a Mediafire download, and then go ahead and click this blue button up here. I actually heavily recommend using ad block whenever you're downloading things from like Mediafire. I think one of the #1 times people get viruses on their computer is clicking all the ads that are the fake download buttons on websites like this. So use an ad blocker for your own safety. All right, but over to our desktop here, right? Okay, once you have it downloaded, it should be over in your downloads folder, which you can get to by just going to the top right of your browser, or by opening up your folders and going to downloads on your own desktop computer. Now, you want to go ahead and go over to PokeMMO. This is how I get there. You can get to this file by a few different means, but I like going to the PokeMMO icon and opening file location. That's going to open up PokeMMO, and then you can go ahead and go over to data, go over to mods, and then you can just drag and drop fancy drops over here into the folder. Installing mods has truly gotten so much easier over the years in PokeMMO. And now when you're done that, you can go ahead and just double click on PokeMMO, load up the game itself. And then once that is loaded up, you want to go ahead and head over to your bottom right mod management. So once the game is loaded up like this, you want to head over here to the bottom right hand corner. You can see my little mouse here, mod management. Go ahead and click that. And then if you scroll down in your mod list, you should see Better Water Levels Fancy. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. That'll put a little green arrow on it and enable it to turn on. And then you do need to click save, and this will restart your game really quick. Now, I did get a message about a mod interfering, so I'm going to go ahead and disable that mod for the sake of this, and you might need to do that as well. If any of your mods interfere, unfortunately, sometimes you do need to change things around, so you cannot always have everything working, unfortunately. All right, but I didn't get that message this time when loading back up, so let's go ahead and log in, and then boom, there we go. Now we have the better UI for the water levels on our berries. It's just that simple. It's really, really amazing how far mod installations have come in honestly all video games, but especially PokeMMO. There are our berries ready to go, much more clearer to read for me personally. Alright, but I hope you guys enjoyed. All links should be first thing in the description. If you liked this video and it was helpful, please leave a like on it physically. It is tremendously helpful. If you enjoy YouTubers, always like their videos if you actually find them helpful. If not, feel free to dislike me. I don't mind that. You know, give me your honest opinion, honest feedback. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, but I always update things in my Discord, which is also linked down below. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, if my content, if my guides have helped you out enough, YouTube memberships, Twitch primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations really do make the difference. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day and good luck on your berry farming.
Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.